So in this video, I'll be telling you about the second type of chemical formula used for covalent compounds, and it's called molecular formula. If we talk about molecules, you know that atoms combine chemically to form molecules, right? And to represent these molecules, we use a molecular formula. So, a molecular formula is defined as a formula which tells us the actual number of atoms of each element present in a molecule. For example, the molecular formula of glucose is C6H12O6. So, you can easily see that there are 6 carbon atoms, 12 hydrogen atoms and 6 oxygen atoms, right? And in total, there are 24 atoms present in one molecule of glucose. Did you know we can easily find the molecular formula of a compound if we know the empirical formula? And for that, we can use the relationship that is molecular formula is equal to empirical formula times N. So what is N? It is known as the empirical formula unit per molecule. The value of N can be easily calculated by taking a ratio of molecular mass and empirical formula mass. That means that N is a simple integer. So its value may be 1, 2 or 3 and so on. Let's take a look at a compound called benzene. Its molecular formula is C6H6. Now look at the number of atoms of carbon and oxygen. Can you guess the empirical formula of benzene? Let's calculate the value of N. This can be done by taking a ratio of molecular mass of benzene and its empirical formula mass. The molecular mass of benzene is 78 and its empirical formula mass is 13. Taking a ratio of 78 and 13, we get the value of N equal to 6. Let's insert the value of the N in this expression to calculate the molecular formula of benzene. This way we can easily determine the molecular formula of a compound from its empirical formula. In some cases, the molecular formula and empirical formula of a compound are the same. For example, water is H2O. So its empirical formula as well as its molecular formula will be H2O. There is another compound HCl. Here, both molecular formula and empirical formula are the same. But most of the time, the molecular formula of a compound is a simple multiple of its empirical formula, like in benzene and in glucose. Now, let's look at the table here on the screen to see the first compound, which is hydrogen peroxide. Its empirical formula is HO and its molecular formula is H2O2. For hydrogen peroxide, the value of N will be 2. Secondly, benzene's empirical formula is CH and its molecular formula is C6H6. So the value of N will be 6. Here the empirical formula of glucose is CH2O and the molecular formula is C6H12O6. Consequently, the value of N for glucose will be 6. This is all for molecular formula. And now in the upcoming video, I will be discussing the molecular mass and formula mass. Stay tuned for more, guys.